playoffs. We have a good game from Division D West, and I am joined tonight by Butte Holiday. Butte,
Hello, everybody.
so how are you doing tonight?
Well, I had 4 hard-boiled eggs, and I have my 1-gallon jug of water, and I'm ready to watch these sweaty boys go at it. What about you, Monkus? How are you doing?
Oh, I am pumped. I am hype as hell for this game. We got two very good teams coming out here tonight on Alterac Pass. Gonna take a quick look at these bands. We have things aren't showing up correctly. I apologize, but we have Cursed Hollow, Volskaya Foundry, Braxis Holdout, and Battlefield of Eternity banned out. Now with Braxis and Battlefield banned out, you think they don't like playing on 2-lane maps?
I'm a little sad, because Braxis, in my opinion, is the best map in this game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I do love Braxis. It is nice to see Alterac. If any of you have seen me co-cast with Arrow, I'm really freaking sick of Infernal Shrines and Tomb of the Spider Queen. So, I'm really glad to see something that is not either one of those two maps.
Yeah, and I'm right with you. That's why we always ban Tomb and Shrine, so that you get a little more spice, a little more variety in life. And we're going to start off this Alterac Pass with a first pick by the red team, which is the Baddest Dudes. Now, on this map, I like to do either a 1-3-1, have some sort of global presence, if necessary, be able to push the lanes really well, especially with the objective.
Yeah, for sure. I think a good team fight and high CC potential is really critical, especially around the objective, which can sometimes be hard to navigate. So if you have some disruptive alts or like displacement, I know a lot of people like Junkrat on this map because there's a lot of like close walls, and so getting somebody out of a team fight for like just like 3 to 5 seconds can mean a huge difference.
And Junkrat can also perpetually stall out the objective by shooting his little grenades very slowly and stall out so that even if you lose, say, 3 or 4 people, you still don't necessarily lose the objective. And with the Sylvanas ban, now Sylvanas is an extremely popular hero right now. I don't have the stats because I'm not fancy like that, but I do know that she has a very high win rate across NGS, and she is very meta warping. If you have Sylvanas and you have the objective, your push is so much stronger than the other team. Even if you trade objectives,
Sylvanas
it doesn't.
Is a great pick. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Sylvanas is a great pick. I think she's a great ban. Unfortunately, especially I think I've seen a lot of her in Div B and Div D. I think Div C and A, I think they ban her a lot, but when she does get through, she's really strong. So we'll see what Clouded Minds grabs first. Blue and red teams are swapped. Oh, okay.
Are they?
Oh, we got this.
Well, I'll fix that really quick. Boop.
They swapped sides. Fiery Boy Blaze. Oh, look at the little piggy. Oh, I didn't notice that. No, I just did. He's got a little piggy keychain.
Yeah, I believe that is for that skin's daughter or something like that. Now with a little bit of a tank choke, a little bit of an off-lane choke, Arthas often being picked for his abilities in the off-lane as is Imperious. Grabbing Blaze first, do you think that that's a comfort pick, afraid of it being denied?
I mean, Blaze is good. I think he provides a level of tankiness, good peel, but also good initiation and CC. And also a level of zoning. I don't know what Zednam likes to go. I mean, I've seen several Blazes recently like to go Combustion, which can be really deadly if you have a blow-up comp and you're able to get rid of them quickly. But yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I do think Blaze is a really good combo, especially if you have good follow-up, or, for example, the Stukov potentially helping with a level of disengage, so... but we do see that Junkrat that we were talking about.
Yeah, Junkrat for the perpetual delay, and Kael'thas picked up, going with a little bit of Fire Boys. don't know just yet if that's a main tank Blaze or an off lane. He can kind of fit either role right now, especially with the most recent buff. They shortened the cooldown on, or not the cooldown, the startup on his charge stun by about 0.15 seconds, which is a little bit more than it sounds. And a Kira ban. Ooh.
She's really strong. She's a good offlaner or DPS. I've seen her played as both, especially when you have, she just kind of does a lot of steady. She reminds me of like a Lunara, kind of that steady, sustained. Like if you kind of look away from your health bar, you're probably dead.
And a Tyrande Thrall pickup. Tyrande, very notable. She can make it so that she can follow up any stuns that are initiated by your tank with another stun and really help you secure that kill. And yeah, with that Kira ban, I kind of feel like Kira in the current meta is that kind of hero where the Kira on your team doesn't know what she's doing, always ends, always dies, and the Kira on the other team is getting all the kills, doing all the damage, completely unable to die. And
that is the mood. That is so legit. That is so legit.
I think I have a screenshot from earlier today where I was on Kira, where I had top stats and everything, including deaths.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
And a Sonya pickup, so that is going to be a main tank Blaze, and like you said, with the combustion, it could be a popular pick, especially with Phoenix. It really enables him to go with that, with his, I forget the name of the salvo ult, because when people are slowed down, they take 50% more damage. Without a slow applied to people, it doesn't do that much damage. And Greymane picked up very good for doing camps, and Sonya too. These teams know how to play this map. They drafted pretty well. Who do you think has the advantage?
I mean, I love a team with Joanna. I think the displacement from Junkrat and the stuns from Tyrande are really good, and the damage from Greymane. I do think that there could be a little bit of counter synergy on the side of Baddest dudes if Junkrat is not careful. But like you said, with the potential for combustion, or even the oil spill and purification salvo, that's a lot of dammies that can come out of Phoenix there. However, I will say on a personal note, I am not a fan of main tank Blaze, or Arthas for that matter. I think that they're like ETC to me. Like if you can get in and do your job, great. They're really useful. But it provides limited peel to your backline to some degree, but they do have more peel than the Baddest dudes. So, that's my 2 cents. What about you, Monkus? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that here the burden of execution is going to be on on Clouded Minds. They have to make sure that they line up their ults correctly and get their wombo off. If they can manage that, I think they can pull ahead here. Otherwise, I really got to hand it to the Baddest dudes. Between Greymane, Junkrat, Thrall, Tyrande, that's a lot of damage coming out and not a lot of ways to stop it unless Clouded Minds can really do the execution correctly.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of times I've casted several heroic and Div A games, and at the end of the day, like comps can be maybe close to even, maybe even like just dead even, and it comes down to who executes. Which, you know, at the end of the day, I think that's what this game is about. You know, you can grab a Cho'Gall, an Oriole, or Lost Vikings, whatever you want, but you know, if you guys execute, I think at the end of the day, that's what matters.
And for the Baddest dudes, we have, let's see here. They're moving around too fast. Randertaker on Johanna, Zigo on Thrall, Cactus Ham on Greymane, 2D Moss on Tyrande, Savior123 on Junkrat. Sorry for cheating and bringing up the tab there, folks. I literally could not read their names while they were moving around.
Oh, is that cheating? Because that's literally what I do all the time. And then for Clouded Minds, we have Swing on Kael'thas, Zednam on Fiery Boy Blaze, Star Knight playing Stukov, Tiger playing Sonya, and Weenus playing Phoenix.
People going straight to lanes, not much fighting there over the clash in the middle, the little sort of murder of boredom that happens there. I think that's the correct move. There's not really anybody who really needs anything. Let's check out the ace level ones. Pretty standard across the board.
Yeah, I don't see a convection, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
I do love the low blow from Stukov. I think that provides a lot of value. I know there's like many different builds for Stukov. I tend to gravitate towards that one, especially with the other team only having one tanky person. So I think that's a good call.
And both camps being picked up right now by both teams almost in sync with each other. So not a significant XP advantage for either side. They're both playing this map exactly how you're supposed to, being patient, taking camps on cooldown.
Yeah, for sure. I think Venus is at a little bit of an advantage there in the bot lane, was giving Savior a little bit of a run for his money, but 2D coming down to try to potentially pick off Venus, but it will not quite work.
No, it will not. He manages to get out, and being Phoenix, he only needs to regen his shield by staying a little bit away, and he is A-OK and ready to go.
We do see Thrall for the Baddest dude just staying in the top lane, getting that soak, so they will be catching up, but Tiger will be right back. Was just trying to get a pick in the mid lane, I think. One
advantage that Sonya has over Thrall in this matchup, she clears the lane much faster than he does and can rotate down to mid, give a little help, throw out a little ability, get a stun, and then run right back to her lane and continue to soak. Thrall, he needs to finish his quest really early on, that Echo of Elements, and doing that takes a bit of prep and takes a bit of effort.
Yeah, I'm leaning on you for basically off lane and tank here, because I play support, so I can have a chat with you about support and some tanks, but and some DPS, but yeah, off lane I'm just kind of like, I love you guys, like you do great work, like I recognize you. You're like the unsung heroes, okay?
Well, I don't really play offlane unless I am forced to. I'm a DPS main, and people have told me to never take again, so there's that.
Oof,
I'll call that an endorsement of my DPS abilities and not the way it's intended. And here we have a little bit of a clash here in the middle, right before sevens are going to come out, and for the Clouded Mines, I think they're going to hit it just a second early.
Blaze looking for a real tasty stun there. We'll get a
stun. Very spicy hit right there, getting 3 people with that stun. The area denial by Stukov. Greymane's in trouble. He's getting hit by the explosions. Down goes Greymane to fire and death from Clouded Mines.
This is such an odd place to fight. I think it is good though for Clouded Mines to force that fight in the mid lane because their camp is there. So maybe hoping their camp would get some value while they're maybe distracted by the team fight. I don't know. Objective is up, and usually people heavily prioritize this, especially on this map. So interesting choice by Clouded Mines, but it worked out in their favor, and they do maintain that XP advantage.
Yeah, it seems like the Baddest dudes just didn't know what to do right there. They could have gone for a bat cap, but big fight happening right here. Big silence going out. Area of denial keeps it from going in. They're all getting very low, getting dove on by Sonya. Uses the whirlwind. He barely gets out. Blaze goes in. Doesn't quite get that stun. The channel hasn't been started yet. Phoenix going into the channel, and he gets it. This is a big pickup for Clouded Mines.
For sure. I think the Baddest dudes have, I would argue, better interrupts, and I think they were doing a great job, but they can only interrupt so much, and
big
a great follow from Rhonda.
Wow, everybody's super low. Who's going to go down first? That Thrall goes down. Greymane goes down. Big, huge pickup by Clouded Mines here. 3 people dead and objective pushing out. You could not have asked for a better situation for Clouded Mines.
That was a great fight. I mean, a great pull-in by Joanna, great follow-up by Tyrande, and Greymane and Thrall just, they went in and they were trying to follow up on the stuns, but I mean, unfortunately, when you don't have that second layer of peel, you really need to kill fast. That's kind of your form of peel, and they were not able to do that, so a great fight by Cloud9.
Great fight by Cloud9. Really could have gone either way, but they were able to pull off that execution just a little bit better, and that is going to be the name of this game, burden of execution. Pushing all, I was going to say pushing all three lanes, but they're pushing top and bottom really hard now, getting down those towers, possibly securing the wells or even more. You usually don't get too much off of this first objective, so getting down any structures back here, any forts, will be a huge one for Clouded Minds, and they're going to hit pins pretty soon.
Yeah, I think if you're Baddest Dudes here, you do not want to take this fight. You want to make sure you're soaking, you're safe soaking, you're rotating well and safely. At the end of the
goes
day,
down in the top lane.
No.
He chased down by Phoenix. That slow on his W, just Thrall could not get away. I guess Thrall missed his route because that was his way to get out.
Well, speaking of Thrall, he is complete with his level 1 quest. KT 2 globes short, and Blaze 2 globes short as well for new habits. So that Unstoppable will be great with the CC chain that the Baddest Dudes has. Right now they have a level advantage. They have 10s. I mean, what do? Do you go boss here?
They like to call boss the throw pit, and for good reason. It's always a risky play, but when you're up 10s, it's pretty safe. You can't really go down and challenge them when you're down ultimates. That's just asking to get dove upon and get blown up.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Clouded Minds can afford to allow their lanes to get pushed in a little bit because Baddest Dudes is gonna have to deal with this boss. So they can kind of peel off, make sure they reclaim their lanes. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Yeah, they started this boss so late. I don't know about this call here. Clouded Minds,
yeah.
They don't see that on the map. They have to know they're on this boss.
Well, they know that. They saw the owl, unfortunately.
They stole the owl from the oh my god. Oh.
Walk away,
Oh my gosh, not like this.
Please walk away. Please walk away. No, Fitbit, I can't go to bed. We have this epic game that's happening. Oh, that is unfortunate. Clouded Minds tried to re-pull the boss.
And look down here, this boss is going to get that keep. Oh, this is worst case scenario. Now it's a 4v5 up here. They're gonna see it's a 3v5.
3v5.
Both Thrall and Greymane are showing bottom. Clouded Minds is taking advantage. They're diving in. Out comes Combustion. Out comes the blast from Phoenix. Only hits one. Johanna still alive, but back here, 2D Mouse.
Auto, 2D, auto.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Oh, and unfortunately, with the boss pushing in, Baddest Dudes are going to have to make a decision right here. Either defend the boss, save a keep, or lose the objective. And I think you got to sacrifice the keep here. You gotta.
They should be able to clear the boss. I mean, they have pretty good boss clear. They just started it really late. Baddest Dude started it really late when they aggroed it immediately, and they had pretty good clear. Johanna trying to delay a little bit, maintain that capture, but she is.
Down goes Johanna. Big blow up there. Goodness gracious. Clouded Minds are just taking their advantage and pressing it forward. They showed a bit of indecision here. They had a little bit on defense and a little bit clearing. They needed to make their mind up, one or the other.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think, yeah, you can lose a keep and be fine on this map, but at the end of the day, I think most teams that lose on this map end up getting overwhelmed with lane pressure. So maintaining those lanes is key. I mean, I think they could have moved boss in like 15 seconds if they really tried, but Combustion!
Whipped on the Earthquake. Big salvo comes out. 2 goes down by the Phoenix. Johanna's still in the back line, still in trouble, gets a stun off. She has 5 people bearing down, and down goes Johanna. This is looking like the ends for the baddest dudes.
Oof. I mean, listen, I love me some Joanna, and she is supposed to never die. But she is dying.
Well said.
Unfortunate. And I think this will be a lost keep, probably 2, maybe 3, if they rotate here.
I mean, what you're looking at here is a possible 16-12 advantage with objective pushing in. I just don't see how you can defend this.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you can, and that's if you're Clouded Minds and you just kind of waltz on in there, you know, 1 by 1 and stagger yourself. But I don't think Clouded Minds is gonna take that bait.
Out comes the cursed bullet. Johanna's being chased down, but she leaps away, and it looks like Tiger's just going to walk away with not a care in the world, and down goes that keep. Core starting to take some damage. It'll heal up, but it now only has 20 armor left, and the last keep is going down. 16 advantage is out, and out comes a combustion. Wheatus brings out the salvo. Big salvo comes out. Only hits 2 though. Unfortunate. That could have been a complete wipe, and the keep is still alive. They're still in this game. The core regains its health, but they have a long, difficult road up. Their only hope here right now is Thrall's huge spikes in power at each level. But unfortunately, he chose to go Sundering instead of Earthquake. And Earthquake has the best level 20 in the game, I think. Sundering, much less so.
Yeah, I think if you're Baddest dudes, you're... I don't even know what I would do at this point. I mean, wait out 20? But by that point, you know, I mean, Clouded Minds right now on the boss, you can't do a dang thing about it. And I doubt they'll go, I mean, the next boss is up in a minute 20, but, you know, you gotta clear that, and then they're gonna maintain their lane pressure mid. Like, you just got clean up on all 3 aisles. Like, you have a lot of cleaning duty to do, and you cannot afford to be caught out.
And that's what's going to happen to this Thrall. He was trying to make his mind up about whether or not he wanted to clear that camp, and he waited a little bit too long. He might get away, though. Toronto coming in helps him. He barely gets off okay, but Greymane dives in. Pyroblast coming out. Can Greymane survive? He's at 18. No!
Oh, no! Oh, no.
And with a boss on core and objective up, Clouded Minds can just choose to finish here if they so choose. They have the 16 advantage. Bosses on core. They're taking out that keep. They're getting all the structures down. They want a complete victory here.
Yeah, that very unfortunate. I think to Baddest Dude's credit though, they did a lot of damage on Phoenix there, and they potentially could have had maybe they could have won that fight, or at least maybe broke even if they were able to kill Wheatus, but Wheatus too slippery. They were not able to do so.
I'm very confused here. They have all the structures down. They have the 16 advantage. Why aren't they going to core?
I don't know. Maybe they're thinking. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, maybe they're respecting the team fight. I really don't know. Especially from this team that's been so aggressive. I mean, Blaze, Combustion, and Sonya Leap. Yeah, that's a good point. I am a little bit surprised.
This is a little bit of a surprise in the build here. Alpha Wolf taken by Thrall was expecting the Chain Lightning. That is a I don't even know what Alpha Wolf does, to be honest. Okay. Can't really look at that right now. Somebody will have to tell me what Alpha Wolf does in the chat, because I'm not familiar with
goodbye, Thrall.
Goodbye, Thrall. Does not quite get it out. Out comes Junkrat, throws out his tire, gets a big hit.
Really low, but will not go down. Oh my gosh. And then Greymane is just taking down Sonya.
Sonya down. Wheatus very low. So is Blaze. Everybody in this back line is low, but everybody on Johanna's team is dead. There's nobody to finish them off. This is a walk to the core with only Tyrande left. The GGs are coming out.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, I think... Yeah, I don't know. That was a lot of cleanup from Baddest Dudes that needed to happen. I just want to note, Tyrande at 7 not taking the spell armor, which I think against a KT, very critical, who does a lot of damage. So especially when you're not really in range to auto things. I've taken that ult when I've had a dive team because I'm able to follow up and auto comfortably. But if you don't have that team, you are not you're not gonna get the most value from it. So, oof.
Let's look at the stats here. Very similar numbers on the damage side. We got 34 and 35,000 coming out. Very shocking here. Check out the difference in the healing. That might have been it. 24,000 to 72,000. Stukov,
Yeah.
Star Knight doing an excellent job there. I think that the issue was that Tyrande, her team was just dying too fast for her to really keep them alive. They were just being bursted down so quick. Let's take a look at some of these talents here. Alright. Let's see what the Alpha Wolf does here. Just, wow, 1 to 15. I think that stat pretty much says it all. They Clouded Minds, they went low so much, but then the Baddest Dudes were too dead to finish it off.
Yeah, I see what they were going for. Potentially single target blow up on the side of Baddest Dudes. I don't know. I really think the lack of peel was not necessarily that they didn't peel, like the players didn't peel, but I think the lack of tankiness and just the amount of CC coming out of Clouded Minds. I just think, like you said, they executed really well.
And we're going to wait a second to see where we go to next. Now, if you're Baddest Dudes, what do you do for game number 2? Do you take map pick? Do you take first pick? What do you tell your team?
This is hard. I scout for 2 teams right now, and so for me, it really depends on what you found from doing your homework. You know, if you have if you're trying to take a character away from them, or maybe secure a character that you guys are really strong with as a team, and you can play around with several different comps, I think you'd take first pick. But if you guys are really strong on certain types of maps, for example, very point control heavy, like Volskaya, Infernal, I mean, then I would say map pick. If you have no way of banning them out, and there's no character that you really need to pick. But to be honest, I'm like dodging your question, but it would be based on what I found out, to be honest. And yeah, Mega Muffin pointing out Tyrande. I don't think she's weak. I just think against that type of damage in teamfight, I don't think that was an appropriate pick. The stun cleanse is absolutely a big one. But I mean, it doesn't destroy her. But against that team, when you maybe need cleanses or some form of mobility, I think they dug themselves a hole a little bit by not picking people with more self-sustain.
And Vega also pointing out, that the removal of the cleanse, moving from level 7 to level 16, is a major difference, being unable to remove that Blaze and Kael'thas stun. It's making a huge difference in just her ability to keep her team up and going. Just one extra second of Greymane or Thrall or Junkrat being alive would probably have secured 2 or 3 kills.
Yeah, I know Lucio is a popular pick on that map. It does help out with rotations as well, allowing you to, maybe help out the top and bottom lanes with flanks with speed. Speed might have also prevented some of the slows. Sound barrier probably would have been really great. I mean, again, this is all in hindsight, but to me, unless you're going for we need to kill this person on the enemy team. They are by far the best player on their team, or someone plays super aggressive and you're trying to go for a pick comp. Like Tyranda's, like I would argue you could get more value from other healers. And I don't think the Thrall gave them as much value as they wanted. I think the displacement was good, but they really couldn't do anything about it because they were at such a level disadvantage constantly.
I think you're right. I do think that they might want to rethink their offlane, especially since we're going to Dragonshire for game number 2. And it looks like this is Clouded Mines map. And this is a map, I believe, that this is one where the offlane matters a lot. There are 2 maps I think it matters a lot. It's Braxis and it's Dragonshire. Because every other map, you can, be giving up ground in the offlane and it doesn't hurt you out too bad. But if you lose the offlane here, then you lose the objective.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the potential for your team to help out your offlaner, I think some teams will draft mobility. I have seen like a Lucio or a Zeratul or like a Sylvanas. I'm talking similar to Braxis, where you have the mobility to support your offlaner. This is a little bit more difficult because it is a 3-lane map, and you do run the risk of your bottom lane dying and them capping the dragon while your team fighting top. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Rexar. I don't know. He might be banned, but I know Rexar is great on this map. I have seen an offlane ETC as well. I think Imperius is good on this map as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't offlane, but I do love those 3 picks primarily.
You're right about Rexar. He's kind of the king of holding that point.
Brightwing is still banned.
I mean,
I believe.
I think that she is, but that is on the teams themselves.
Brightwing banned on Dragonshire. Yes.
Okay.
Brightwing is banned. Don't waste a ban.
Yes, this is a best of 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. But you said that Rexar is very good because he is the king of holding the point, and that's why he rules this map in Braxis. Because if you don't have to fight Rexar, he's not that much of a threat. You just clear the wave as it comes up to you. But since holding that point is so important, you have to either take Rexar or have something to deal with him. So yeah, don't be surprised if somebody can play Rexar. He's either getting picked up or banned.
Yeah. I think potentially. I mean, again, I don't play offlane. But I know there are characters that benefit greatly or can stack off of Misha. So that would likely be a counter to that. I mean, or like I said, the global ETC. I mean, if you can secure, they're both ready. Both teams are ready.
And we are ready too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone should count out the Baddest dudes. I see what they were trying to do, and that is a really hard map to execute on, I will say. I remember last season in Div A, it was banned every single time, so nobody wanted to play on it because it's just a really hard map to plan around, aside from, like, camps. So I would not count them out. I think Clouded Minds is a really strong team. But I do think that there are areas that Baddest Dudes can capitalize. So we'll see if they're able to do that this game.
And I'm sorry, it looks like this was the Baddest Dudes map pick, since they are the ones on the second slot. Another band
did
of
they-
Sylvanas. I don't know if the sides
Did they
are
pick
correct.
map?
They apparently chose map pick because
Oh, okay.
they're picking second. So another Arthas band. I'm guessing that these are targeted bands. This is also one of Sylvanas' strongest maps. Just being able to get any kind of push on that bottom lane is just so important. And don't be surprised if we see an early Jaina pick or an early Kael'thas pick to help with the clearing of the lanes. And there's that Rexar band that you're talking about.
Unfortunate, and yes, Demon. Wow, I can't speak today. Demon Grand saying Zago plays Rexar. So, yeah. In addition to being a good hero on this map, maybe they did their homework. And we'll see the Blaze again. Will it be the same comp? Minus the Stukov. I guess, because Stukov is banned.
Well, the respect ban for the Stukov. That silence was incredibly impactful. When it was dropped down, they just could not engage on top of it. There's just nothing you can do, and they didn't have the tools necessary to stop him and get down to the back lines fast enough.
Yeah, Rhaegar and Anub'arak picked up by the Baddest Dudes. Anybody that knows me knows I hate Rexar. I hate Rhaegar. Personally, I just don't find him a good healer. Probably because I'm bad at him. But I do know that he has really good offensive potential. Some soft CC. And obviously both alts are strong. Mostly you see Ancestral. And I know he got a buff recently. So I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, he got a buff. Rhaegar got that buff to pretty much a lot of things, and
I shouldn't pretend like I pay attention to anything relating to Rhaegar.
well, the patch notes were kind of weird. They said this is the highest win rate healer hero, but people don't pick him, so we're gonna buff him just because. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, good Rhaegars are good Rhaegars, but I don't know. I'm probably just bad. He's like my only below level 10 healer.
There's that Kira band coming out again. Falstad picked up probably for the offlane and that global pressure. Also want to thank everybody for coming out. Demon Grand, Double Dom, Bahamut. Thank you all for coming out. Seprabil. I hope I said that correctly. Thank you all for coming out and supporting the community. We have a very good lineup for you tonight. And Imperious, I'm guessing that's the offlane, and another Junkrat picked up.
Yeah, I love that. I am liking the Baddest Dudes draft much better than last game. I think Clouded Minds, I wouldn't be surprised if Falstead was in the 4-man to potentially fly up to help out the offlaner. But I don't know. I didn't scout either one of these. Actually, no, I did not scout either one of these teams. So, I don't know what they each play, but the
father-son combo.
Woo! Oh, baby. Anyone that knows me knows that Anduin's my baby. So I love seeing me some Anduin, so... But again, we see, I'm imagining, Blaze Combustion, Anduin Light Bomb. Oh my god, just... Ugh.
And I think
scary.
I think you were right. I think Falstad's in the 4-man now, and Varian goes up into the offlane.
I have no idea. But it could go either way.
It could. If he's in the offlane, I think it's Twin Blades. If he's with the group, I think it's it's gonna be a smash. Unless they want to do something crazy and go taunt, but into Vala Junkrat, that is a lot of damage coming out really fast.
Yeah, for sure. And, good displacement, like we talked about last game from the Junkrat. Is this gonna be a Bloodlust game?
Ooh. It
Is this
could
gonna
be.
be a boneless game? Oh.
Now, I personally think that Val's best build, especially on this map, is her multi-shot build. It does a lot of damage really fast, and that outputs it on a lot of people. But I will support an auto attack bloodlust build just for the memes, because if we're not here for the memes, we're not here for anything else.
Yeah,
And
we're
Mega
not
Muffin,
here for dreams.
Mega Muffin, I see you.
Heroes.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming out. You're the
Oh
person I
no
got
no
my
no!
knowledge
He
from.
meant he meant ignored because he wanted to see a Cho'Gall.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I believe I shouldn't say that like I know, but I'm guessing. And Lilo Bell, I will give him another
Battle
chance,
commencing in
but I
10
promise you,
seconds.
I will hate him forever in my heart. But that's what I said
5,
about Lucio,
4,
and then Rek
3,
Psychic
2,
was like, "You're gonna love
1.
Lucio," and I don't mind him. He's
Let
okay.
the battle
All right,
begin.
we'll
let's
see.
do the teams. We have Tootie Moss on Rhaegar. We have Rondertaker on Anubarak. We have Zago on the Imperius. We have now they're moving around too fast. I can't read them anymore. We have Cactus Ham on the Vala and Savior 123 on the Junkrat.
And because I'm cheating, I'm gonna pull up tab. And we have Rainer, played by Venus, Zednam playing Fiery Boy Blaze yet again. Star Knight playing cute little Anduin. Swing playing Falstead, and the Eye of the Tiger playing Varian. And
Yeah.
that is Clouded Mind.
And Varian being very brave going in on this Imperius before level 4. Varian, buddy, you're not a full hero yet. You need to
Wait.
chill.
There's somebody in the top lane for Clouded Minds? Question mark? Question mark?
It is half of a person up there right now. He'll become a big boy just like his son at level 4.
And then we have Anduin and Falstead taking the camp on the side of Clouded Mines, and Cactus Ham. I really love that name the more I think about it. Taking the camp himself. He does need to be careful. I have seen several invades, especially on this camp. But Clouded Mines doesn't have a vision, likely won't happen. So
Tootie Moss being very brave, going straight for the bruiser camp up top. Getting very low though. Are they going to be able to finish it? Yes.
Oh baby, and he will. Holy crap.
That is great macro right there. Picking that up, that extra experience, that extra pressure. As long as they don't lose too much in the bottom lane for it, and Vala should be able to clear this wave pretty fast all on her own. But having having the rest of her team there will certainly help.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
and
they
then
lost
we
the tower,
see a
though.
Clouded Mines covering both shrines, but Imperius quick to grab top lane.
And now it's going over to the side of the baddest dudes, and Junkrat's right in the middle, ready to pounce the second he gets it. Level 4s have been hit, and what do we have? We have Twin Blades, ladies and gentlemen!
Oh, baby.
Oh, big fight going on top. Tiger, Zigo, who's going to go down first? It's a match, it's a brawl! And, Zigo backs
my
out.
God, someone doesn't have health and someone doesn't have mana.
Oh, man.
Boy. But that camp top lane is definitely getting value. Will likely take down the wall in one tower. That is a double shrine cap for the baddest dudes, but I don't really think they have the power right now to cap this. You know, a Junkrat versus a Blaze. I don't know. And
Right, well,
we do see the auto attack build on Vala, I believe.
Oh, that is
Spicy.
very spicy. I'm going to hold judgment until I see that level 10 from Rhaegar.
There we go. And we do see the bold strategy on Anduin, which is very bold. I remember that was like the auto pick originally, and then they nerfed it. So I think it's starting to become more and more common.
Yeah, as the healer, man, do you do bold strategy, or which level 1 do you take?
I do not. I always take Q. I just think the cooldown, especially early to mid game, is really hard to deal with, especially in sustained team fights. However, by the time you hit late game, and you have that inner fire, or inner, what is it called?
I think that's right. Inner fire?
Is it inner fire? Why can't I?
I'm watching, trying to watch the fight, and also the health bars up top. Because look at this! Look at this fight! Zago, he misses this Q! Oh no!
Oh no, and that's a big kill for Clouded Minds. They do have control, and they likely will be able to. What?
Nope. They started capping bot before they got full control, and so the denial comes out.
Wow, that was some excellent defense. I mean, that was a 3v2 bot lane, was it not?
Yeah, you know, I think it was a 3v3. I think because Junkrat was.
Vala was going mid. Junkrat was not there. Interesting. Okay. Well, regardless, that was a good defense. Still no dragon, and it is 5 minutes in. Let's check on the quests. While we're here, Blaze is done. New habits will have that unstoppable. Nubarak, a third of the way. And I don't really know how to judge variants, I'm gonna be really honest.
Well, he's got one kill so far, and I'm guessing he has his auto attack part complete because he's been just wailing on that Imperious. Junkrat is doing a good job stalling. In comes Falstad, though. It's a 2v1 mid. Don't know if Falstad or if Junkrat can keep the delay, and he's going to go down, but so does Jimmy. Can they cap it in time?
And,
no!
Well,
at the buzzer!
Oh, baby! Oh, this is a spicy game here, folks. I gotta say, you know, Baddest dudes, they're doing really, really well. You know, Clouded Minds showed their strength last game, and I think the Baddest dudes is hanging with them.
Yeah, I think the Baddest dudes are showing that they are bad enough dudes to rescue the president if need be.
They are the baddest dudes.
The baddest. And in comes a big two-man sub. Combustion comes out. Level 10 advantage here for Clouded Minds. They're coming in. 2D Mouse very low. Slowed down. Are they able to get away? 560 health. They go down at the very last instant. They almost get away. In comes the Battle Cruiser. It's going to put in a lot of hurt on this fort. The well, I think, is going down right here, and that's a big pickup for Clouded Minds. They're also going to get the dragon. Are they going to get the dragon?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're going to have a good contest mid lane. We do have Junkrat from the Baddest dudes capping top.
Oh.
There is a lot of value from this camp top, though.
The camp top and the fact that they just said, you know what, fine, cap top, we're just going to take your bottom fort down.
This is really odd. Junkrat is now top, Vala is sitting mid, and we have...
Well, Level 10s just came online for the Baddest dudes. They're coming in. The Cocoon came out. Out came the Gust, and this is the first Dragonite at 7 minutes and 30 seconds for Clouded Minds.
Yeah, and we do have pull down from Anduin as well as Gust, which not a ridiculously long cooldown. So I guess that was worth it to secure the disengage, but goodbye, Vala.
Vala going down there. The final KO being brought in by Falstad, getting all this pressure, taking down bottom fort and mid fort. Clouded Minds is starting to come online, and they are looking pretty dominant so far after what was a very close early game.
Yeah, I think Baddest Dudes was doing excellently defending in non-full team fights. And I think Clouded Minds has, I think they're better in full team fights. I don't know why. I think their team fight game is just really strong.
Oh no, Falset's in trouble. But the Gust!
Are you sure? He blows them all away.
And that failed pickoff means that top fort is going down too. Very, very good map awareness by Clouded Minds. They are able to put in pressure all three lanes, getting catapults coming down with every other wave. Baddest dudes going right onto that Bruiser camp.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. No hesitation there from Baddest Dudes. Hopefully this gives them some value, as Clouded Minds does not have their bruiser camp for another minute. But Varian is, oh god, is he just waiting for a gank here? Okay, I'm a little scared.
I think what he's doing is he's not showing on map. Yeah, very smart play there by the Varian. He was waiting to show on map because if the Baddest Dudes knew the Varian was up there, then they could have invaded for free.
True. Very true. Uh-oh. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know why they're waiting in the bush now. They have the spell shield there. They know that they're down there. But, oh, nope, now, apparently Vala did not, and down she goes with a full dive. Rhaegar's getting low. I think he's going to get away, though, because of Ancestral Healing. The heal is coming out. Out comes the Junkrat. Does it get a...
Oh, Venus! And the
big 3-man stun! Zegra, oh, all these people, they're all so low. Anything can bring him down. And down goes Falstad. Re-engage. Target's being called out onto the Blaze. Down he goes. Anduin, can he get away? He's going top. Raiders going bottom. Are they going to get out? Oh my goodness, they're going to get out.
Wow.
Oh.
That was an excellent turn from the Baddest Dudes focusing down a target. I mean, that's how you got a team fight. When you're kind of...
Oh no! Be very, very quiet. Varian is having an Uberex. And, oh, protected by the way. But stunned by the way. Down goes Varian. Oh, that was a very Elmer Fudd type moment indeed.
And a great pick-off on the Varian. I think that's just a little bit too greedy of a play, especially when you're down a couple people and they're just spawning.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't cost them that, or down 1 or 2, or somebody went back or something. But
it might cost them a dragon, is what it might do. No,
we'll
no.
See. I don't know. Not with these minions being aggroed. Minions always ruin everything.
Yeah.
Clouded Mind's able to secure the bottom objective.
I gotta say, it was very brave of Varian to go in 1v5 like he did. Just.
I don't think his son would have done that.
Oh no. His son likes peace. His father wants war. Tale as old as time.
I do not know how I feel about the Protect. I'm assuming it's for the Junkrat, but they do have several interrupts for it.
And I said I was going to reserve judgment until I saw that Rhaegar level 10, and unfortunately it is Ancestral Healing, so I gotta give the thumbs down for the lack of the meme. Big stun coming in, but Vala goes down. She got in a good 3-man stun there. Is her team going to be able to make much out of it? Imperious, he goes down at the last second. Protected, but the Protected runs out. Everyone got low from that Junkrat. And Anduin just heals them all back up.
Unfortunate. I think the front line on Clouded Minds is doing a great job of zoning out the DPS. I mean, Vala was way too far up there. You gotta be equal or behind your tank if you're a DPS. Especially Vala. I mean, yes, she has some mobility, but she's not gonna take that 1v5 there. She's not gonna win.
No,
and Junkrat being zoned out, completely not able to capitalize.
There's High King's quest done for the Varian, just hunting down that Rhaegar. There's just no way that he's going to escape from Varian at that point. Down 16 to the Dragon Knight. What do you do here?
I don't know. I think you poke. I think you don't get picked here. I think you do that. Displace some people. I think that's a very underutilized talent. Goodbye,
Big
Vala.
stun comes out by Vala, but unfortunately she dies for it. The Dragon Knight does not care about your stuns. He is unstoppable.
I mean, you win here. If you're Clouded Minds, you win here.
Yeah.
You really can't do a dang thing about it. Unless you control alt delete them right now.
Yeah, I think just right click forward, and I think that's game.
Oh man, what a crazy game. I don't know. I I loved the little spark Baddest Dudes had there in the bot lane when they were able to secure a couple kills. I think that was great for them. Unfortunately, um, they were not able to keep that energy up the rest of the game. However, props to both teams. This was a great game. It's never easy when you're both the underdog and the favorite in terms of standings because you both, there's an expectation fighting against you. So I think the Baddest Dudes gave it their best shot. Unfortunately, didn't execute. But you know what? Like, I see a lot of potential in their team, and I hope to see them again next season.
Yeah, and I think they did a lot better in game number 2. They were
Yes.
able to get that early game equilibrium out pretty well. If you look at these numbers are actually pretty close. I think the Rhaegar was a much better pickup compared to the Tyrande, 37,000 healing compared to the 46,000 by the Anduin. Very similar numbers here for damage between the Raynor and the Junkrat, 40 to 36,000. So as far as output, it was just a matter. They were pretty even. It was just a matter of getting the positioning where they needed it to be, and I do believe the Clouded Mind did a much better job there of putting themselves into the right spot, and enabling them to secure the win.
Yeah, for sure. I think just a word of warning to Clouded Minds. I think they played excellent. I think they executed excellently. But some of those like little mistakes, certain people being greedy, stepping up, trying to get a gank, 1v3. Um, at the end of the day, those may pile up. So just word of warning, just be careful in your games going forward. I think Clouded Minds has a really great chance to take the division. In my opinion, I've watched several games from them, and I'm excited to see them continue to move forward and hopefully win. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to be biased, but I really like how they played. So
Yes, very good job, I think, by both teams for coming out. They put out a very, very entertaining couple of games for us, and we're going to see real quick if the captain from Clouded Minds uh, wants an interview. And real quick, let's take a look here at the overall standings, if I can bring that up. Do we know who Clouded Minds is going to have to face next?
um. I do not. Well, let's see if I don't know if they have the bracket. Um, let's see, divisions D West. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Clouded Minds moves forward, and they will play. It looks like
Oh,
Randy Newman.
I've casted one of their replays before. If you've never seen Randy Newman play, they have a very interesting naming convention going on with their accounts. Uh,
Interesting.
Let me just say, if you like Randy Newman, you're gonna see a lot of Randy Newman on that team.
Ooh. Well, there you go, folks. It looks like Clouded Minds will be facing 5 times Randy Newman. Randy Newman to the fifth power in their next game. Which I think they're the sixth seed. Wow, they are the sixth seed.
Yeah, so they pulled an upset over Disturbance, and that'll be a very interesting game to watch in the upcoming week. And it doesn't look like
Yeah, for sure.
it does not look like we got a hold of the team captain for Clouded Minds.
Do you
So,
want me to?
Butte, do you have anybody that you want to give a shout out to?
Uh, do I have anybody that I want to give a shout out to? Well, I do want to give a plug first before I forget. You all should have consumed at least 8 ounces of water by this time in the broadcast. And if you haven't, you need to look at yourself in a mirror and realize that you are not treating yourself well. So make sure you hydrate, all you sweaty people out there. Oh, Tiger is in lobby in one of the lobbies. Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Perfect.
Lobby 1, and we'll go to the interview. Tiger, I didn't think we were going to be able to grab you, but congratulations on the big win.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm elated. I'm so happy for our team. We needed to come in here and have a big playoff win against a good team, the Baddest Dudes, and we're pumped. I mean, it feels good. It feels good to get out of the first round of playoffs and on to the
Would you say that you're badder than the baddest dudes right now?
Oof.
I don't know. I mean, they're a really good team. I think we had some really good strategies on spanning some of their better players. But we got the best of them this time. I'm sure they'll be back to take us on next season.
Now, you had a pretty dominant game one on Alterac Valley. Did you come into that with a specific game plan in mind, or what was going through your team's head as you prepared for that?
Yeah. Well, the draft threw us off a little bit. We were gonna go kind of a couple heavy tanks up front, but because of the bands and what they were picking, we decided to go with a more bruiser damage with Sonya. But we knew what we didn't want them to have because they have an amazing Sylvanas player. We didn't want them to get the Arthas, but they ended up banning that for us, so it worked out.
And I saw that y'all like to use that Blaze main tank. Not necessarily conventional, but worked out great for y'all. Was that part of that game plan? You wanted that Blaze main tank?
No, we were actually gonna take the Arthas, but our tank Zed can main tank like anything. I mean, he can main tank a Genji probably. He's fantastic. But yeah, he can main tank that blade, and it's incredible. So when we saw kind of our tanks going away, we thought we might need the stun, and we know he's really good with it, so he could stay alive up there.
Hey, you know what they say? A dead target does 0 damage to your backline, so I'd love to see him try to tank with Genji.
Yeah, could happen.
That would be amazing. I would love to see that.
Now, going on to game 2, it seemed pretty even for a little while there. What do you think was the turning point in the game? When did it start really going into your favor?
Well, yeah, I think once level 7 hit, we were able to lock down the top lane because early in the game, Varian doesn't really beat what's his name?
Imperius?
Sunny guy, Imperius in lane. So once we were able to lock down top lane, it kind of enabled the 4-man to kind of cruise around and start getting. And they got a couple picks down bot, and then we were able to get the Dragon Knight because of those picks that they got, and that started kind of a snowball effect.
Very nice. Butte, do you have any questions for Tiger?
Yeah, I'm curious if you guys did your homework or what sort of scouting you guys did, and if you anticipate doing any. It seemed like you guys, like you mentioned, banning out some of the better players. It just seemed like, based on who you guys were targeting in team fights, obviously, like if someone was right in your face and they're a squishy, you took them down, but it seemed very intentional. Who you guys were going after in team fight. So I'm just curious, like, if you guys did your homework. If you didn't, don't tell me the dog ate it.
No, that's interesting that you say that. So, one, yeah, we do a lot of research on the other teams, so I think that helps out a lot. For instance, the Rexar ban in the second game was big because we know they like to play that on that map. So thanks for Double Dam, Zed, Swing, I mean, they all do research on that. But as for taking the players out, our shot calling by Weenus was amazing, and he was calling out targets like everyone Vala now, and then everyone just kind of went after Vala and she was dead in about half a second. So I would say it was more the shot calling for the taking people out than the homework on that. But we did our homework as well for the bans and stuff, and we knew what to expect.
Yes, I did notice that y'all tended to get targets down pretty quickly after you fixated on them.
Yeah, we've had an up and down time with that. Sometimes we're all over the place. You're all targeting somebody else, but towards the end of the season, I think we're really peaking with our shot calling and our ability to listen to the shot caller and his ability to call out the right targets, and it's all coming together right now at the perfect time during playoffs. So it's great.
That is fantastic. And I think, do you have any shout outs, Tiger, that you want to.
Wait, I got one more question. Do you have a message for Randy Newman? Because you guys are playing them in the next round. If I'm sure you already know this, but
I did not, because they played tonight, right?
yes, and they beat. I'm not quite sure. It was actually an underdog. They were the underdogs, I believe. So you guys are playing. They are the 6th seed, I believe.
They are.
Yeah, but they are dangerous, and they are a really good team. We played them before. I don't remember. I know they took at least a game off of us, and we know that they're dangerous. Game on! I mean, we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna bring guns blazing. I know they will too. So it'll be a good matchup.
Well, good luck to you guys. Look forward to watching it.
Thanks.
Yeah, looking forward to see how well y'all do in the rest of the tournament.
So now you can do your shout outs.
All right. Shout outs to you guys for casting. Our tank Zed is currently on the East Coast, and he is in Hurricane Land, and he still made it on. So shout out to everyone on the East Coast. Be safe out there. My team, awesome work, you guys. We won a playoff game. We're coming together at the right time. Let's keep it rolling.
All right. Well, thank you for an amazing series, and thank you everybody for coming out for tonight.
Yeah, you guys have a great night. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, we will. We're cracking our beers right now and celebrating.
No, water. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna give me a heart attack.
I'm a Coke man myself.
Nice.
Oh my lord, you guys. Well, have a good night, everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
And that is Munkus, and I'm signing out. And Butte, you have any last words for our viewers?
Aside from stay hydrated, no.
Staying hydrated, everybody. See y'all next time.
Bye.